What's up you guys, welcome back and welcome if you're new. In today's video, let me show you guys what we're going to be installing. So you guys already know I do hate chrome, and we're almost done with the interior as far as taking out the chrome. So what I have right here is going to be the MESO Customs vent rings. As you can tell, they are blacked out, and it is a little process, but it's actually really easy to install them. As you guys can tell, right now, currently, these things are chrome, and like I said, this is the last thing that I do need to change out to make the whole interior of the truck blacked out. So let's go ahead and now get to that and get rid of that ugly chrome. Let's do it. Alright you guys, so let's go ahead and do this. So what we're going to be starting off with is going to be right here on the center. So to remove this thing, you just grab your hands, it's really easy, and you just kind of go like this, how I have it, and pull back. It's just held in with clips, so you are going to need to of course remove this, but it's really easy as you can tell. So that's going to be the first thing. So now that we have this away, let's go ahead and now move on over here to this side. Alright, so this is going to be the same thing. So you just want to go ahead and pull back, and it'll release this whole thing. Just kind of work it around. Nothing too hard about that. For me, I do have a switch panel here, so it's a little bit harder. I'm gonna take this off really quick and I'll get back to you guys. So just like that, that one comes off. Alright, so now the last thing we have is going to be over here. So if you guys do have like this little pick tool, it does kind of help you guys out to kind of get in there. And once you have it started, I would say I'd recommend probably using like a plastic panel removal tool. Only reason why is because you don't really want to mess up your dashboard doing this, but there is clips all the way around. I'll show you guys the back side once I pull it out, but you just want to kind of work it all the way around, and then it should release once you get it going. All right, so once it comes out, it should look something like this. So noticing there's that clip, it just kind of goes all the way around, and which they clip into here. So that's kind of what you're releasing technically. So now let's grab all our little toys and let's go to the back. All right you guys, so right now I'm going to show you guys how to remove the chrome ring on the vents. So let's go ahead and come close really quick. So we're going to start off with the single one. So noticing right here at the top, you're going to have like a little yellow indentation there, and then a little yellow mark there as well. So take note on that, because when you do put it back together, you do want it kind of touching just like that. So as you can tell, the yellow's there and the yellow's there on the bottom. And that's actually going to be your direction for when you go to reinstall it. This is going to be the top when you go put it back into the truck. So make sure you guys are taking note on that. So basically what you do here is you want to go ahead and get your little pry tool that you have like this, that I was telling you guys to get. That's going to help you guys out. If you don't have that, you should be able to use like a flathead screwdriver or something like that. So noticing all the way around, I believe there's going to be 3 of these. So there's going to be a little pin there kind of holding it in place. That's 1. There's going to be 1 there holding it in place. That's 2. And then there's going to be a pin there holding it in place, and that's 3. So there's actually 4. So that's the 4th one there. So you're going to want to release those. So to do so, you just literally pry it right over, just like that. Just like that. And you want to do this trying to hold both, because if you're only doing one, sometimes they tend to snap back into place. So just kind of hold it in place, and then it should just release it. So there it is, and there is your vent. So we're going to put that off to the side, so as you can see it there. So now in this section here, as you're going to notice, these silver vents are actually held in with this little green glue all the way around. Another thing to take note, on here it actually does have the direction. You're going to notice for in the future when we go to install the black one, that's going to be something we're going to cross-reference with. As you can see, the arrows pointing upward, you guys will see. But to take that off, you want to go ahead and get some pliers or something like that, and you literally are going to be snapping it off. So this silver ring, we're not going to be able to reinstall it ever again. We're basically going to break it off. You guys will see. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get some pliers like this, and you're basically going to break that off. So just literally snap it right off. Once you have the green stuff off, now you should be able to just kind of pick it in, and it should release it. But this should release now. So just like that, as you can tell. So now that it's off, that's one down. Now we just need to do the rest of them, same step. Now that we have one of the vent rings out, so of course that was this one, we're gonna do the same exact steps to these. So let's go ahead and get started. What we're gonna do here is same thing. We're gonna start off with our little pry tool. All right, so the 3 tabs that you just took off with your tool, 1, 2, and 3, and it releases this whole thing, as you can tell. So this, we can now put it off to the side, and then now we got to take this bad boy out. So it's going to be like the same like we did. We're going to break off those green like glue that's on there. So there it is. So there's that one, and then you just go ahead and take off the rest of any excess that stayed. Let's go ahead and now do the same with this side. Let's go ahead and move on to the last one. It's going to be the same steps. Alright, so like I was saying, I do have the MESO Customs vent rings right here. I do want to give a big shout out to Jesse Stones. He's the one that hooked it up with these bad boys here. Check him out. His Instagram will be in the description box below. But let's go ahead and open these up, and then I'll show you exactly how they look firsthand. So they do have numbers on them, so you want to take note on that. So I'm going to just take one out just to show you guys. So there's one right here. So like I said, they are going to be numbered in the back. So this is number 1. So the way you can tell what goes to what, flipping it right over, they actually number it here, and then they number it here. So MESO Customs does make like a cool little diagram. So noticing right here, 1, you want it to be facing up, and then so on. All of them have to be facing up wherever the number is. And then noticing down here, to categorize, since this is number 1, on the diagram here, it's showing number 1 to be the one on the driver's side. So just take note on that when you guys are installing it, so you install it properly. So we're going to start off with number 1. Of course, this right here is the chrome one. This is going to be the brand new one from MESO Customs. As you can tell, looks so much better. I hate chrome. I hate chrome. We're going to go ahead and now start off with the driver's side. So let's grab that. So noticing on the actual MESO Customs, we're going to look for the number 1. So number 1 is there. So that we already know that's going to be our top. So looking right here on our Tacoma insert, there's going to be little tabs there. That's where our factory one was, and that's where this is going to go inserted. So you just start off, center it, and clip it in. Make sure it clips in. You want to make sure the whole thing snaps in. Once it does, just give it one last snap in. Make sure it's fitted properly. You don't want this thing to fall off down the road, and that's not going to be pretty. That's going to be pretty embarrassing, especially if you guys are on a date and this thing comes flying off and hits your date in the eye. That won't be fun. It'll be a funny story to tell, but that'll be it. Alright, so as you can tell, now that it's inserted, it looks nice and clean because now it's black. Alright, so now looking on the back side, let's go ahead and reinsert it exactly the way it took off. As you can tell, one tab, and another tab. Those are going to go inserted. Make sure it snaps into place, and then you want to test it, make sure it works. So there's one down. Let's do the same steps to the next one. Let's go ahead and do the last one. So what you want to go ahead and do is you want to go ahead and look right here. So you see that yellow line there? You want that yellow line to match up with this, of course. So let's go ahead and install this. Just make sure it's seated properly. And then that yellow line is going to go with the arrow of the vent. So you want to make sure you put that in place. And then go ahead and snap it in, just like the other ones. And then go all the way around. And make sure it's seating properly. Once you got that down, test it, make sure it works. Now that everything works, let's go ahead and go back into the truck and reinstall everything and check it out. So as you can tell, you guys, no more chrome, so you're not an old man anymore. It looks freaking awesome. Heck yeah. If you did enjoy today's video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, I do want to give a shout out to Jesse Stone. Thanks for hooking it up with these bad boys. Now my truck looks great, and like I said, I'm not an old man anymore. See you guys on the next one.
Jesse Rizo is here for you. Is here for you. Like I said, it's super simple. Please feel free to subscribe.